Hey, class, welcome back. It's the Flame Lab. So, what are we going to do for the Flame Lab? Well, Mr. Carneal and I are going to spray some solutions into a flame. Different colors are going to pop up. I have some data written from there's one of the solutions. I have some data written from my third period class. That's the data that I'm going to have you remote learners use. If you have been in class, you should have your own data that we did together. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and actually turn off the lights. Mr. Carneal is going to get this Bunsen burner lit, and we're going to get going. All right, welcome back. We have the lights off. You can see the Bunsen burners kind of raging fire right now. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and spray some lithium ions into the fire. You get some nice red flames. Okay, it's red. It's a nice red. Okay, and then you can see that there's still some ions in that fire that are burning off. The next one that we're going to do is we're going to do some calcium ions. That's got like a nice orangish glow to it. It's got a little bit of red though. So we would say that this is kind of reddish orange. We're going to let that one burn off. You can tell that there's a lot of ions in that one. Now, the strontium one can be a little tough to kind of see. You initially see kind of this orange, kind of orangish red. But if you really look into the flame, you start to see a violet or a purple. And that's what we're really trying to get you to see. The next one we have is sodium. This is going to give us a nice orange. So like that's a really good orange. Maybe even a little yellow to it, but we're going to stick with orange. Our next one that we're going to do is some barium. Whoop, got to let that flame burn those ions out. Might have went a little too hard on that last spray. Okay, the next one, barium. It's got more of a yellow. You see kind of some of that leftover from our previous one, but that's got a nice little yellow to it. Next one's potassium. Let that one burn out again. So we're going to hit with potassium, and it's definitely got some yellow, kind of orangish to it. Now, my personal favorite is the copper. Wow. Might have gone a little more on that one, too. Now, this one you should be able to still see. And that's got that nice kind of lime green. It's real nice, kind of almost reminds you of Harry Potter, right, Mr. Carneal?
Never seen Harry Potter.
Oh, man, he's really missing out. But it kind of reminds you a little bit of some scenes where they got that green flame kind of going. So The two that probably you would like to see again would be lithium and copper. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to spray one. If Mr. Carneal would spray the other, you guys can kind of see a little bit of Christmas. Okay. It's kind of cool. And then as you can see, there's quite a bit of leftover ions there in the fire. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and then we're going to show you the data table that you're going to need to make. All right, right there is our data. So you can see that the color is associated with the cation. And then we went ahead and we found those colors on the visible spectrum and wrote down their nanometer wavelength. You're going to need to take those, plug them in, calculate them into meters, and then complete both charts that can be found on the sample report in the assignment. All right, good luck, polar bears and polar cubs. If you have any questions, reach out to either of your teachers through email or through a discussion board. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe.